Alright, H2O Army, today we are going to be rescaping the 55. So stay tuned to see what it looks like until then.
With someone you are.
Alright, for those of you that didn't know, I scaped this back right before Reefapalooza happened. That was, I believe, in June. And since then, it just kind of got away from me. I'm not happy with the scape. It looked nice at first, but as things filled in and the floating plants that I had started to cover the top, it just didn't look what I wanted it to look like. So I have a new design in mind. I'm going to take a lot of the plants out. We're going to put some new plants in, and we're going to see what happens. So let's get on with it. First, I need to start ripping everything out because we're going to do it all brand new. Alright guys, so this has been something I've been teasing on Instagram for a bit, as well as, kind of doing it live on Facebook. You guys got to see it if you follow me there. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime we upload a video. YouTube kind of sucks as, letting you know that we upload a video without that, so it's good to do that. Anyway, so when you're doing a breakdown of an aquascape, it's really kind of a pain in the butt because you're going to uproot a bunch of material, and you can see here the water just gets really brown and cloudy. It's ideal to remove the fish during, actually before you kind of do all this if you can. If not, then, after you get all the plants out in the hardscape when they're a bit more catchable. But I didn't have the time to really sit there and catch all the fish, put them in a bucket, and really kind of gravel back and do everything that I need to do. So I'd left them in there, but I did drain the water almost all the way down completely, which you definitely need to do when you're aquascaping because it's hard to see what you're doing if the water is cloudy. And don't worry, the fish were all good. I left enough room, as you can see, for them to swim. And I was just, I was like pushing them to the side as I was placing the stones, so that way none got caught underneath. But kind of the overall scape I was going for here as far as the hardscape goes, and by all means, I'm not a professional, nor do I claim to be with aquascaping. This is definitely not my forte, but I just wanted to go for something that I thought looked cool, looked nice, and something that I was definitely capable of. And I think that's what you just gotta do when you do aquascape. You have to have fun with it and do something that you're comfortable with. And so basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to arrange the stones in almost like a crocodile or alligator back with the pointed scales, I guess they are, and just like have wood intertwined in there. I thought it was really cool. Kind of like in my head, I wish I had more rock. I actually ran out of Cerio stone, which, by the way, we're going to be carrying Cerio stone very shortly on the website. We have dragon stone there now, and we also have spider wood, which is the wood that I'm using here. So if I had more Cerio stone, I would have liked to place more rubble around and other smaller pieces, but I ran out. Actually, I have some now, but I need to break it up, and I'm waiting for Kevin to let me know if he needs any more for his project that he's doing for Aquatic Experience. If you don't know who Kevin is, Kevin Kelly, he's a professional aquascaper friend of mine. We're going to the Chicago Experience. He's competing in the aquascaping contest. If you're going to be there, this Chicago Aquatic Experience, the 2017 one, make sure you come hang out, stop by. I'll be at the YouTube booth. I'll be at the aquascaping booth. And if you're in the area, make sure you say hello. Margaret will also be there most likely, so it'll be fun. So right here I'm planting the first of the rare crypts. This I believe is Hidori. I have to double check the identification because I saw some other Hidori crypts, but I'm not sure if they were exactly true to the identification there. Next was some red metallic Aphinius crypts, then the green gecko crypts, which is that bright green, and then right in between those rocks there I actually planted a pink flamingo crypt, which is quite rare. And then also there was Crypt Cordata and Crypt Willisy, and I think that was it as far as those. Then I have more Crypt Aphinius. These are giant crypts that I've been growing out in another tank, as well as I started a carpet of Monte Carlo here. The reason why I did Monte Carlo is I wanted a nice, just overlapping green, bright green carpeting plant that's just going to kind of intertwine inside of all the rocks, and I thought it would be really cool. Here I'm using my Vital root tabs. Shameless plug, if you need root tabs, make sure you check out the website. But root tabs are good for crypts and most other really root feeding plants like Amazon swords and other types of plants like that that are just really have a lot of root mass. And so what I'm doing here is I'm placing the root tabs, but you don't want to place them directly under the plant. You want to place them about 2 to 3 inches away from the base of the plant, because you have to think of the plant's roots like a tree. It spreads out its its roots, and if you put the root tab directly into the plant, it's not going to utilize it to its full potential, and you're kind of just wasting the root tab in a sense. Well, yeah, it may use some of it. It's best to put it farther away where the roots are most likely going to be. So here's the tank about 2 weeks later. I just wanted to kind of give you just show you what it looked like. I also introduced this. This is Hygrophila polysperma. It's illegal to ship over state borders. There's also another type of hygro that's illegal, just regular polysperma, because it's considered a noxious weed. But it is pink in color, absolutely beautiful, stunning stem plant. Absolutely love it. Once that grows in with the pink flamingo crypt, it's gonna look sexy. I also added Hygrophila argula or Aragoya, depending on how you want to pronounce it. You know me, I can't pronounce scientific names for the life of me, but it's a beautiful red stem plant, which I just absolutely love. Just here's another overview. The Monte Carlo is actually going quite well. What I was actually doing throughout the course of these last 2 or 3 weeks here, I'm just breaking off pieces of the Monte Carlo that's kind of growing up and planting it elsewhere to get it going in like the right side of the tank that I didn't plant any in. I actually just used 3 pots total in this tank of Monte Carlo to get it started, so I think that's a pretty good amount to get started. And here we're just looking at some Thor's hammer Java fern that was attached to those rocks, and my killifish there who's being a nuisance, but more on that in a future video. Alrighty guys, so it's 2 weeks later, we're in front of the 55 gallon. Everything's kind of filling in a little bit. Crypts are starting to rebound, they're starting to grow again. Some leaves have melted, not a whole lot of melt off, I'm surprised. There is one crypt, our Hodori, which isn't doing the best. I'm worried about that one completely losing it, but everything else is looking good. I got a couple other plants here that came in from Tom Barr today. They were just stuff that I ordered. If you're not familiar with Tom Barr, he's a hobbyist. He sells on most of the Facebook groups. He really only sells when he has stuff available that's really reached its limit. He can't, he doesn't have any more room for it. So I took a lot of plants from him, put them in other tanks, but there's a couple plants that I specifically got for this tank. Being that it's a crypt themed tank, there's several different kinds of crypts. We got a new kind of crypt as well. This is a Kabodakai or something like that. It's a very nice crypt. It's got fine leaves. It almost resembles like a sage or a val to me. It's quite rare. And there's also some buce that I got from him. So what I want to do is I want to add in the crypts in the areas that I think that they would look good in, as well as attach some of the buce or kind of just wedge it into where the rocks and driftwood is, because I only had a couple when I did the tank and I wanted a couple more, so he had a really nice buce, so I want to add that in and make this the buce crypt tank. But I would like to know what you guys think we should call this tank. Down in the comments below, leave us a name suggestion. I'm going to choose the top 4, so next time we touch on this tank, we'll have a vote and see which one it should be called. Alrighty, so 2.5 weeks later, and this is what we got. Things are really starting to fill in here. Like I said, I just wanted to plant these crypts, kind of fill in this back area that was really bare to me, but I think I want to actually move these crypts more into the middle. I also got red metallic crypts from him and 2 types of buce which I can't remember. One's Mini Catherine, or regular Catherine, and the other one's something else. Forget the name of it, but both very beautiful buce. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and share with your friends. Get them into the aquascaping spirit. If you want to check out more of this tank, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Also subscribe for future updates. And make sure, like I said, you leave a name of this tank in the description. We're going to choose 4 and we'll do a poll on next time we do another update video on this. And I will see you guys later.